That was just for the thumbnail. I wasn't actually going to drink it. So I am not here to tell you about coronavirus or how to prevent it, because I believe this is something you already know.
Working with the Ministry of Health on protecting our citizens from COVID-19 virus.
While Nigeria, like the rest of the world, is doing our best to combat the spread of the virus, I think quite a number of us are still underplaying the magnitude of this pandemic. And those are the people we need to talk about today. So first off, let's take it to Nigeria's most populous city, Lagos. Why the fuck are people still getting together in crowds and working out? I mean, I get it, team fit farm lifestyle, but it doesn't make any sense. I mean, no people get life, they keep fit. And if you must go out and work out, you can just go to your own corner, like go to your own space and do your workout routine. You mustn't get together into a crowd and work out. It doesn't make any sense. So I mean, apart from putting your own life at risk, you're also putting the life of others at risk, and that is the situation with the spread of this virus. Whatever decision you take right now is not just about you, it's about the person next to you, then it's about the person that is next to that person that is next to you, and then the ripple effect of whatever decision you decide to take for yourself, just keeps on going and going and going. So I mean, we really need to think about all of these things and try and be more responsible. Another thing that's really annoying the hell out of me right now are also religious leaders who are supposed to use their influence to spread messages about safety. We have seen churches and mosques flouting the lockdown orders of the government and still going on ahead to hold congregation. In a state in northern Nigeria, we have seen Muslim youth burn down a police station just because the police people are trying to stop them from praying together in the mosque, which is just crazy. This is sheer ignorance at play, because they are fighting a system that is actually trying to protect them. And on the other hand, we have a well-tailored suit pastor who is trying so hard on national TV to link coronavirus pandemic with 5G network, thereby causing more panic in an already unstable society. See, I mean, this is a religious leader who you would expect to use his audience and his influence, to spread positive messages, or at least rightful messages about the virus, so people can be aware and people can take care and do the right thing. See, look, I know God, and He has told me to tell you to get your shit together. Man, I need some tea. So don't judge me, even though the weather is hot, at least I'm staying home. So yeah, and to the celebrities, you guys know definitely I was coming for you. I mean, this video is beginning to look like a rant, and I'm totally fine, by that. So yeah, the celebrities, I give credit and kudos to some of you for playing your parts in seeing that Nigeria contains the spread of this virus. But some of you on the other hand are fucking unbelievable right now, man. Like, what are you thinking? I mean, you're a celebrity, you have influence, people look at you and people see you as their role model. So I mean, these are times where you should really come out for them and be a positive figure. One celebrity, which I'm not going to call any name, even had the audacity to play a prank. Like, in all of the shit that is going on right now, all you could think of is to play prank, and basically you're playing that prank to chase clout. What the fuck? I mean, come on, you can do better. Use your influence for something positive. Spread the right message. And if you don't have anything to do or have anything to say, then don't just say anything. Like in this situation right now, it's better not to say anything or better not to do anything than to do something that does not make sense. You guys understand? That's not all. It's still on the news right now. There's actually a celebrity who is an ambassador for the National Center for Disease Control, blah, blah, blah. That's NCDC. I think sort of in collaboration, in partnership with Dettol or something like that. Basically, a celebrity who is an ambassador for the NCDC, So you expected, something better from her. And just a few weeks ago, I think before now, she was on TV, talking about how people should stay safe, practice social distancing and things like that. But just few weeks later, some days later, she was throwing a party in her apartment, which doesn't make any sense. But anyway, I think she's been arrested by now and been taken to court. So I think they are dealing with her appropriately. But then again, that goes to show that we all need to be responsible at this point in time. We all know what we should be doing. And for the most part, we need to practice what we preach. You can't be online telling people to practice social distancing and you yourself, you're not practicing social distancing. It doesn't make any sense. Only few people like the essential workers need to be outside right now. Like, I mean, I don't even get it. It's crazy. Why are people just going all over the place, working out? People all over the street. There's still traffic in Lagos. There's still traffic in Abuja. I'm still going to get to the part of what lockdown means, because apparently Nigerians don't understand lockdown. And I'm surprised that of all the things that I think we as Nigerians or a country like Nigeria would have a problem with would be lockdown. Like, all of a sudden, everybody just needs to be outside. All of a sudden, everybody's working out. And I don't just get it. Can't you just sit your butt at home? As it is in Nigeria right now, the cases are still in few hundreds. There have been very few deaths as well. But anyway, we believe that maybe that's because of the capacity at which tests are being carried out, every day. But as it is, I need to commend the NCDC. I think they are doing a good job so far. Perhaps they could do better. Perhaps the federal government as a whole can do better. But then we need to also, support them and play our own part. So I'm giving them kudos for all that they have been doing. Other countries who have experienced, far worse situation in this time of this coronavirus outbreak, than Nigeria, they had to enforce a total lockdown to see that the spread of the virus was contained. That's what they had to do. They had to enforce lockdown. Like literally, there was no movement. And even if there was avenue or room for any movement, there was like structures around it to make sure that the whole point of the lockdown was achieved. But it's looking funny in Nigeria right now, because as it is, Lagos and Abuja are supposed to be in lockdown. Lagos is the epicenter of the virus here in Nigeria, followed by Abuja, as you would imagine. And they're supposed to be on lockdown right now. I'm in my room, but just outside the window I could hear cars and bikes zooming by like a normal day where there's no lockdown, where everything is normal. And I can't just understand that for the life of me. So it's surprising that we need to stay home and stay safe, but people are finding it difficult to do that. I mean, the pictures I'm seeing, there are traffic in Abuja. If you know Gwarimpa, there's still the same traffic on Gwarimpa Junction. The other day in Lagos, there was a picture of people on traffic on Lekki Expressway, which I can understand. Everybody can be an essential worker, obviously. So I wonder why there's still this amount of people on the road. Maybe perhaps all these people just need to be gathered, arrested, and force them into self-isolation. Then maybe they can understand the point of all this. Anyway, this brings me to my next point again, which is isolation. So talking about isolation, through donors, private contributions, effort by the federal government and state government, isolation centers are being, created across the federation to combat the spread of the virus. But I think it's beginning to look like competition for some people, and I don't understand what's really going on. You guys should take a look at this. My Kanu people. Habamana. But anyway, it is impressive again and quite commendable that even in states where they haven't yet recorded any virus, they are thinking in that line, by getting ready just in case. We know the virus right now. A couple of states, Lagos, Abuja, Bauchi, Osun, and like Oyo State thereabout. So yeah, I think if we can just contain it in those states and know that okay, these are the states that have been affected, and just try to contain the spread of the virus there, and and treat the affected people, I think it will go in a long way in seeing that the whole war or fight against the spread of the virus across the country is actually a success. So while we hope that the federal government, the NCDC, and other relevant agencies continue to do their best, the least we can do as citizens is to ensure that we respect all of the drastic measures that have been put in place. Also, we need to definitely practice social distancing and just stay safe and stay home. That is really all we can do right now. We are all in this together. Your actions doesn't just affect you right now, it affects everyone, each and every one of us.